In the headlines, the boyfriend of the level 300 student of the Cape Coast Technical University found dead last Friday has been arrested and remanded in police custody. School feeding caterers suspend services over arrears and want increase in grant. Graphic Business Tertiary Sense Challenge 4th edition launched. New Juabenhene Daasebre Boateng and Nanahemaa Daani II laid to rest. And in sports, we play back the video of the said match-fixing game which has resulted in the demotion of Ashantigold and Inter Allies to the Division 2 League and a 10-year ban for Kwaku Frimpong, Ashgold's president. Welcome to Graphic Online's News in Brief. And we start from Cape Coast, where last Friday, the body of a level 300 student of the Cape Coast Technical University was found lying by the roadside in the Cape Coast at Ola Estate near the Ola College of Education. Parts of the body had been cut away in what police suspect is a ritual murder of Nanahemaa clerk. Well, her boyfriend has been named as a suspect and has been arrested by the police. He was remanded in police custody when he was arraigned today, reports our Central Regional correspondent Shelley Esi-Eduardo.
The boyfriend of the deceased, Nicholas Atubrong Taylor, was arraigned on Monday morning at the Cape Coast District Court B charged with murder. His plea was not taken, and the court, presided over by Benesakom, remanded him in police custody to reappear on May 31st. According to the manager of the hostel where Nanahemaa lived, she was seen leaving her room with her fan and other gadgets still switched on. She indicated that she was not going to be out for long. She was, however, found lying lifeless and naked by the roadside by some residents at about 9 p.m. last Friday. After examining the body, the police detected that her private part had been cut off and braces on the body.
Members of the School Feeding Caterers Association today began an indefinite suspension of their services over unpaid arrears and inadequate feeding grants. They have vowed to continue a boycott of cooking services until their concerns were addressed. They want the government to increase the current feeding grant from 97 pesos to 3 cedis per child.
In addition to that, they are demanding that services rendered for the first time was paid without any delay. When Graphic Online visited some schools today, the caterers said given the current economic situation in the country, which had led to escalating food prices, the 97 pesos per child allocated was insufficient to provide quality food to the school children. The school feeding secretariat was preparing to meet the leadership of the association this afternoon to find a way out. Meanwhile, Cecilia Abnadapa, the acting Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, has said the government had released some money for the payment of arrears. We want to settle the arrears first before we talk about increments in feeding grant, she told Graphic Online.
In business, the 4th edition of the Tertiary Business Sense Challenge, organized by Graphic Business, has been launched in Accra with a call on corporate institutions to come on board to help make the competition a big event on the national calendar.
The event was launched today in Accra, making it possible for interested tertiary business schools to register for participation. This year's edition, which is the version 4.0, is on the theme The Role of Business Students in Shaping National Economic Discourse. The annual competition for students in the business schools of tertiary institutions is organized by the Graphic Business, a financial newspaper published by the Graphic Communications Group Limited. Atuafo, the managing director of Graphic, said the Business Sense Challenge brought together students and business schools of tertiary institutions to compete and unearth their business insights.
I think that it is meet that we have such a conversation with our young business students, amongst others, as party to this, as they seek to prefer solutions that would enable us make things better for Ghana that we are all proud of. I must say that this edition of this competition also promises to be highly competitive, as many business schools troop in to register and pitch their business skills against the best in the land. With an expanded coverage and scope, the group stages would witness various contests across some select campuses. So unlike previously where everything had happened out of Accra, in this edition and in this version 4.0, we're actually going to break this initiative starting from the northern region. To all competing schools, I wish to say that this whole world is a stage. Sometimes the stage is the world, and ambition is the path to greatness. So contest, be at your best, show off the skills that you've acquired in the learnings that your professors and other academics have enabled you with over time, and may the best school win.
And in Koforidua in the eastern region, the remains of the Unmining of the new Juabenhene traditional area, Daasebre Professor Boateng and the Queen Mother Nanahemaa Daani II will be laid to rest tonight.
They had been lying in state at the Juabenhene Palace in Koforidua for mourners to pay their last respects all weekend. Last Saturday, President Akufo-Addo led a government delegation to pay their last respects to Daasebre, who was also a former government statistician. In line with the Asante tradition, all those who filed past the remains were dressed in black. Nana Otuosiribo II, Unmining of Juabenhene Ashanti and President of the Council of State, who is a brother to the late chief, sat in state as the chief mourner. The Asantehene Otumfuo Osei II, who is traditionally an uncle to the fallen Juabenhene chief, was also in Koforidua as part of the burial rites.
And before we go, and in football news, Ashantigold has been demoted to the Division 2 League, and this is coming after the Ghana Football Association Disciplinary Committee found the Obuasi-based club guilty of match manipulation in the 2020-21 Premier League Match Day 34 against the Tama-based Inter Allies FC. The demotion would take effect from the 2022-2023 league season.
Officials of the club and players who participated in the offence have also been sanctioned by the disciplinary committee. The officials include the president of Ashantigold, Kwaku Frimpong, who has been banned for 10 years for his involvement. Inter Allies, currently in the Division 1 League, has also been demoted to Division 2. The GFA found a strong evidence that the clubs and the individuals engaged in match fixing several days before the match. A statement issued Monday morning by the GFA gave detailed reasons for the sanctions. After the match, there were several reports that the match was fixed to fulfill a correct score line of 5-1 in favor of Ashantigold, but the match eventually ended 7-0 against Inter Allies. A video extra showed a player from Inter Allies scoring 2 own goals and a lackluster attitude of players on the field of play. Ashantigold President Kwaku Frimpong, the disciplinary committee head, offered 10,000 Ghana cedis to fix the match.
News in Brief was brought to you by Graphic News Plus.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Visit us on graphic.com.gh for further information. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
Thank you for watching. Stay safe and protect yourself from COVID-19. I am Enoch Oda Ohiniafa Frimpong.
Subscribe now.